We're going to have a special guest on today. Salute to my peopleizations, man. We're going to cook. We're going to cook today. We're going to have a special guest. My brother will be in the building. Trying to do the thumbnail, man. Syndicate J, Avery Adams, Deontay Ariel, Darkside Development, salute. What's good? What's good? Smash the like button, share and like the video. You see they're not going to send out the notifications. It's not going to happen. Supreme Commander, salute. Why is it showing this? Why is it showing this? Why is my thumbnail that, man? I don't know what it's doing, man, right now. I don't like the StreamYard version, man. Brian Chenault Jr., Jose Diaz, A. Kinetic, Deontay Ariel, Chilltown Majors, Leslie Jackson, salute. Smash the like button, man. You see they're not going to send out the notifications. I'm sure nobody know we even on this stream. Gold, Jay Lee, salute. And I can't even change the background, man. River 6 SB90. Salute. G Brown. Salute. Ah, man. I don't like this StreamYard, man. Real McCoy, Wayne Jr., Teddy Peace 504, Gravy Davy, King Vonnie 86, salute. Sterling Garrett, salute. I don't know how G5 _ Gabe, salute. I don't know how to fix this thumbnail, man. I don't like this StreamYard, man. Came to win, salute. I don't know. Why is it showing the old screen thumbnail? Yeah, I had to mute it, man. Kai Bogue, salute. Ibrahim Olawagbotimi, salute. Emmanuel Momo, D. Hodges, salute, salute. Kai Bogue, salute. Yeah, y'all see they not sending out no notifications right now, right? You see that, right? Kenyatta Ali, salute. Oshaki Forster, salute. J Live Forever, Quentin Lee, salute. Y'all see they not sending out any notifications. We can't get 30 people, 30 people, 30 people. Go to YouTube and complain about this. It's horrible, man. It's horrible. It's disgusting. Chevelle Solomon, Mookie Nice, salute. And I can't get, I don't even know how to do this thumbnail, man. Go to YouTube on on Twitter. At them on Twitter, man. AJXNI, salute. Ed 1050, salute. Supposed to have my brother on, man, so he could cook. Poker face, salute. What's the LDBC thoughts on Wilder's latest video? What latest video? Watch this. Antonio Hunter, salute. What latest video? Taco K, salute. It's horrible, man. And I can't do my thumbnail, man. I'm the dancing video. He was at a barbecue with his family and hanging out and having fun. And nobody ever danced and had fun and danced. Nobody ever did that. Chazamain, salute. Hey, I'm going to end this stream and restart it, man, because I got to fix the thumbnail. I don't know what's going on. So I'm going to end this and restart it. Yeah, I can't fix the thumbnail. I don't know what's going on, man. Cashel Alexander, salute. Yeah, so everybody want to talk about him dancing at his family barbecue. At his family barbecue, hanging out with his family and having fun with his kids. So if I had a camera and what you do in the privacy of your own home and how you dance and act with your kids, what does that mean? You should be ashamed of yourself, just like Dillian White should be ashamed of himself. Michael Hoffa, salute. Oh man, look at him. He was twerking that. So what? He playing with his kids and with his kids and his wife and his family. So what's the point? What point are you trying to make? What point are you trying to make? And he means salute. What's the point? So he hanging out with his family, dancing, right? And hanging out with his kids and his wife, and he having fun. And what's the point? What point are you trying to make? Tania Marie, peace and blessings, Queen. Taco K, my brother, salute. You see that? Yeah, Walter Anazdo. So he hanging out with his family and his kids. Donald now, the 65-year-old G Grant, New Jersey, salute. He hanging out with his kids and his family, and people talking about, oh, look, he was twerking at the barbecue with his family. And Ahmad is Ahmad, salute. So here you have Dillian White sitting there talking about, hey man, look at this guy, out here twerking, right? But yet he sat there with Barry Hunter, and Barry Hunter, he allowed Barry Hunter to pretty much disrespect him and his culture and call him a slave pretty much. And he said nothing. He giggled. But that's okay. Shogun 76, salute. But that's okay. Asda D, salute. Chazamain, salute. Basement Boston Talk, Tunnel Vision, salute. So now he having fun, dancing with his kids. And what that mean? You know how many fathers paint their nails and let their daughters play with their hair? Right? My daughters, as a man, as a father, when you're a real father and you're a real man, guess what? You are the play toy in your family, not the mom. Right? You are the play toy with your kids, right? Daughters always want to play with their fathers, want to paint the father's nails, want to mess in their hair. This is what they do, right? Darling James, salute. Right? So he's playing with his kids and his family and his wife, right? And so somebody takes that's what real men do, right? That's what real men do. You have fun with your kids. My daughters all the time. Oh, daddy, put this on. My daughter, oh, put this on. Let me put this in your hair. Let me put this on you. Let me do this. Because the father is the play toy in the family. Phil J 508, Boxing Buzz, salute. Richard Hill, salute. So that's what happens. Derek Williams, salute. That's what happens. So Nate Johnson, salute. Nate Johnson, he said, someone said they twerking around their kids. Nate Johnson, you got kids, Nate Johnson? You got kids? You got kids, Nate Johnson? Right, darling James. Exactly. Nate Johnson, you got kids? Smash the like button, my peoples. Yep. Yeah, Walter Nazo. Tyson Fury, yeah, he did. Leslie Jackson, salute. Yeah, Tyson Fury kissed his opponent at the weigh-in. Muhammad Arif, salute. And Barry Hearn called Dillian White a slave to his face, and he said nothing. Patrick Castillo, salute. But yet, they're going to talk about Deontay Wilder twerking at a barbecue with his kids and his wife, his aunts and his brothers. Antonio Hunter, salute. DJ Hands On, salute. Big Homie Coop, salute. So see, I guess Nate Johnson, you don't have kids or nothing, huh? See? It's amazing how this works, right? See, because I have kids. My daughter just left right now. Oh, daddy, do this TikTok with me. So the TikTok, you don't see Big Green 72, salute. Do this TikTok with me. It's some dance I was busy trying to set up, but I didn't know the TikTok. But so my 5-year-old daughter want me to do the TikTok dance with her. I'm not going to do it because it's not masculine. See, guess what? If you're confident in who you are, how you are, and your masculinity, it won't bother you. Jack Reddy, salute. I'm good. Tony Hurd, salute. 9 Mile Player, salute. GB Boxer, salute. Loop M, salute. So because I'm gonna be too masculine. Gerard Castro, salute. Ed 1050, salute. Carl Lillavoy, salute. I'm gonna be too masculine to dance with my daughter or play with my daughter. She's 5 years old. Carl Lillavoy, salute. Right. So Dillian White sat on a podium and let Barry Hearn arise 12 tribes. Salute. Salute, King. Jimmy Snooker, salute. Dillian White sat on the podium, let Barry Hearn completely, and utterly, he sat there and said, well, we didn't have to do this back in the days. We didn't have to pay these fighters. We could do what we want with them. Matthew Valentine, salute. Right? And he had nothing to say. He smiled and giggled and grinned. Nothing to say. But he watches Deontay Wilder at a barbecue with his family and have the nerve and the audacity and the gall to go and talk about, hey, man, this guy needs help. He needs mental help. No, you need mental help. Michael Hoffa, salute. My brother, CB Sports TV, Carl Burrell in the building. What's good with you, King? Isn't that amazing that he could say such a thing? How could you do such? You're sitting there and you let Eddie Hearn, right, just overlook you. You come out, right, and you say, Eddie Hearn, oh, I know he's not gonna favor me because I'm not his cash cow. I'm not his ace in ace boom coon. I'm not his ace in the hole, right? That's Anthony Joshua. So you don't even have the confidence in yourself to want to be number one. My brother Jupiter B, salute. You don't even want to be number one. C Money 815, salute. Avery Adams, salute. But yet, you would let Eddie Hearn clearly tell you number two in his stable. Not even attempt to hide it. Boyd Benji, salute. My brother Bish, B Megastar, salute. Didn't even attempt to hide it or pretend that it's equal playing for or he's being even. Kareem Ebanks, salute. Right? And then his dad sat there and said what he said in your face. You had nothing to say about it. Today's time, you ain't get a title opportunity. You're 32 years of age. But yet, you could talk about what Deontay Wilder does at a barbecue with his family. How does that work? Gregory X, salute. Hey, do me a favor, man. Drop me $1 in the super chat. Refresh the super chat. I'm looking at my Instagram, and people are already inboxing me that they can't. We already know they're not sending out notifications. They don't want to let you drop super chats. This is what they're doing. Plain and simple. They're not even trying to hide it. Plain and simple. So this is what they do, right? My brother Donald now, the 65-year-old G Grant, saluting the super chat. Appreciate you. Yeah, they're not gonna it seems like I don't know what it is, man. Every single day we gotta drop $1 in the super chat to refresh it. Every single day we gotta talk about them not sending out notifications. Every single day. Salute to my brother C Money 815 in super chat. White just isn't a cool dude. That's a fact. Salute to my brother Underground Asylum with the yard on your boy Blue. He said, Blue, salute, hitting everyone I support. I'm riding with you all the way. Wow, man. My brother, Underground Asylum, salute, man. I appreciate you, King. Man, drop the yard on your boy. Salute to my brother, Underground Asylum, man. And bro, I you know I still can't open those emails that you sent me, right? I still can't open them. Jay Lee, my brother, salute in the super chat. He said, "Got you, fam. Salute." You know, before when I wasn't consistent on a daily basis, right? I had no problems with the super chats. I had no problems with my notifications. Salute to my brother in New Jersey in the super chat. Appreciate you, King. I had no problem with my super chats. Had no problem with my notifications. Nothing, right? Because I wasn't consistent on a daily basis. But as soon as I'm consistent on a daily basis, and then you start talking about a real message, right? You step up to the side of sports, or you start to hold people accountable for what they do in the sport, as far as what takes place in the communities outside of the sports. Now all of a sudden I have issues with my super chats. Now all of a sudden I have issues with my notification. That's not a coincidence. Salute to my brother MDK216 in the super chat. Smash the like button. Yeah, smash that like button. And I can't see the lights. I don't know what it's at. Salute to my brother Avery Adams in the super chat. I am sick of Wilder hatred. I bet if someone like LeBron did that, nobody would say it. Oh, and guess what? You can see videos of LeBron doing it. You can see the videos of LeBron doing it. Salute to my brother C Money 815 in the super chat. Once again, he said, we always gonna ride, no notifications at all. Yeah. Tex Rock, salute. Cosmic Slop, salute. Iceman, salute. Right? This is what they're trying to do, man. Yesterday, the streamer, salute. Yesterday, I did a live stream, just randomly, right? And see, I caught them off guard doing it randomly. It's not my normal time. So in 1 minute, we had 110 people in the building. But since the topic was the topic, guess what? It dropped down to 60 after that minute. So you telling me 50 people just dropped off, and then it wouldn't go above 60. Salute to Arise 12 Tribes in the super chat. I'm with you all the way, Blue. Salute, King. Full text LAC, salute. This is what we got to do. We got to support one another in order to be able to to get these messages out there, man. Salute to my brother Everything Boston in Sports, my brother Keon. Subscribe to my brother Everything Boston in Sports, man. Rodney Vance, salute. Skinny Hardaway, salute. Abdul Wadud, salute. JC, salute. So this is what they do, man. I had 110 people yesterday in 1 minute. It was a 1 minute and 7 seconds to be exact. 110 people. Soon as I start talking, about 3 minutes in, it dropped down to 60 and never went below 60 and never went above 60. That's not a coincidence. It's not. My brother C Money 815, salute. But I'm always going to donate to you, fam. Yeah, C Money 815, you always showing love, and I appreciate that. True Blue, the ABBA Maestro, salute. Michael Hoffa, salute. My brother, Everything Boston in Sports, Keon in that super chat, salute, King. Appreciate you. Yeah, like I said, man, go subscribe to my brother Keon, man. If y'all see, I love the fact that we got this. We building something with breaking down these fights, whether we agree or disagree. You understand? That's beautiful. My brother Junior the Truth in the building. Salute, Junior. Hey, Junior, send me your email, King. Text me your email if you're free, because I'm gonna have. I want to hear your viewpoints, and I'm gonna have I'm trying to get my brother Fred Barbershop Conversations on. Gregory X, salute. My brother in the super chat. Shadow bans are in effect. Yep. He said, we'll get past the haters. Smash the like button and tweak the algorithm. Yes, sir. Smash that like button, man. Yeah, smash the like button. Signs of Times TV HQ, salute. Thrill Hill, salute. Came to Win, salute. Boxing Dad, salute. David the Real Thomas, salute. Yeah, so y'all remember at one point in time I wasn't consistent. Remember, I used to do it in the morning. I used to do it in the morning every morning at 10 o'clock New York time, right? And then I stopped because I got my times was off. And then I switched my times, right? But then even in the morning, they started messing with the algorithm, right? Snacks B, salute. Then all of a sudden, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna start going in the afternoon. I was going in the afternoon, 3 o'clock. Good. It's like they caught on. As soon as I talk about important things, real life things, I am ill will. Salute. All of a sudden, instantly, people inbox me, and y'all see I'm on my inbox right now. Just so y'all know, I'm not making this up, right? You see I'm in my inbox, right? So in my inbox, right, I always get people like, yo, bro, I can't donate. I can't donate. Calvin Johnson, salute. And I start, and and shout out to my brother Bishby Megastar, because we was doing business. Jack Don, salute. Pugilist Nino Brown, salute. Me and him was doing business, and if he didn't bring it to my attention, because he sent me something in my Cash App, and then I see other people have the same name as me in my Cash App. I don't know how that works. I don't know about Cash App and none of that. So he said he sent me something. So a time passed. I'm like, I didn't get it, but I know he amended his word. So then he sent me a screenshot of where he sent it to, and it's Blue Blood Sports TV 7, but that's not me. Mine is just Blue Blood Sports TV. That's why I don't say, oh, send it to my Cash App, so on and so forth, right? Because I don't want people to send it to the wrong thing. I don't know about it, and I don't get it. David the Real Time said, I don't get notifications for you anymore. Yeah. And then when I contact them and ask them I don't understand. Yeah, my brother Bish. See, he said somebody almost came up. Yeah. Ray Wallace, salute. One hitter quitter, salute. So, I know this is off topic, but it just gets a little, it just weighs on you, man. You know what I'm saying? You just want to just work in and get it going. Salute to my brother Sterling Garrett in the super chat. Triple hand salute, King. Let's go. Yes, sir. I'm going to bring on, because brother Boxing Talk, salute. So, I'm going to bring on my brother Fred, Barbershop Conversations. I'm excited to have him on, man. And he's going to build on some things. I'm going to interview him. He on the other side now. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to, I want to know, what's your thoughts? Because there's a lot of conversation and reports and talk about, athletes not stepping up to speak up and speak out against what's taking place, right? Trying to get to 300 subs. I need y'all help. Oh, go subscribe to my brother, I Am Ill Will. That's your channel, I Am Ill Will? Salute to my brother, I Am Ill Will. Go subscribe to my brother, I Am Ill Will, in the and let's get him up to 300 subs, man. So, like I said, I want to talk about this real quick. I want to talk about, the fact that Max Kellerman, before I bring my brother Fred on, and we discuss some other topics. I want to discuss this, right? Max Kellerman dismisses Deontay Wilder. Dillian White decides to go, and poke at Deontay Wilder for his video at his barbecue. Ellen M. Venster, salute. No excuse for twerking, though. I can't defend it. What you mean? You have kids? LN Investor, salute. You have kids? Now watch this. Do you have kids? So LN Investor, what's the excuse for LeBron James doing it? Sammy Hassan, salute. When LeBron James did it, what's his excuse? Explain to the people what's LeBron James' excuse for doing it. Yeah, Calvin Johnson, all he was doing was play dancing, but we know everything he do is under a magnifying glass, right? So they got to take it. They look for anything. So when LeBron James did it and had fun playing with his kids, and Chris Paul was doing it, what's their excuse? Corny Girl 66 say he time right now. Okay. Justice Johnny Joe, salute. Shaq do it all the time. Shaq do it all the time. Nobody's saying, "Oh, look at Shaq. He's not a masculine. He's not that." Shaq does it all the time on national TV. LeBron James, Deontay Wilder was doing it in the comforts of his own home, in the privacy with his kids and his wife and his family, having fun at a barbecue, and he don't mind putting it out because he didn't do anything wrong. So he gives them okay. But LeBron does it. Shaq does it all the time. Right? Chris Paul was doing it. But then where's you don't have an issue with that. You see how that works? He can't even play around with him, right? You see that? Yeah, he can't. So they disappear. So anyway, let's get to Max Kellerman. So Max Kellerman completely dismisses Deontay Wilder as he's not a major player in the heavyweight division anymore. And Orba said that he feel like Alexander Usyk can upset the apple cart and beat Anthony Joshua. Now we know Max Kellerman was campaigning for Gennady Golovkin at one point in time, right? I don't know how many likes we got, but smash the like button. Smash the like button. C Money 815. Deontay Wilder was celebrating Juneteenth with his family and friends at a big barbecue with his wife and his kids, and the kids was dancing. So he started dancing when right before he made a speech. So they put the music on. He started dancing. He started twerking, and everybody took it and ran with it. AAA, salute. My brother Drew Titan in the building, salute. So then he took it. Everybody took it and ran with it. Dillian White made a post about it. Oh, look, this man needs help. You see what I'm saying? He's enjoying life with his family and his kids at a barbecue, and yet somebody takes it and run with it and try to make it more than what it actually is. But when Shaq does it, I don't see nobody complaining about it. But yet Dillian White can sit there and allow Barry Hearn to make the comments he made about him and have no comeback for it. Just sit there, giggle, and take it with a smile. Nothing. Yeah, Antonio Brown does it. Antonio Brown and what's his name? Odell Beckham, Antonio Brown, these wide receivers was using it as a celebration for when he scored touchdowns. So Max Kellerman goes on and Alexander Usyk is the best thing since sliced bread, according to Max Kellerman. Randy Ridley, salute. Exactly, Randy Ridley. Big Dose 513, salute. So Max Kellerman's like, Alexander Usyk is the greatest thing since sliced bread, right? And he's going to defeat Anthony Joshua, become the major player in the division, replacing Deontay Wilder. See, and again, I know people, Thomas Moreland, salute. I know people are going to say, well, he never said that. He didn't say that. Why? Well, you can't read between the lines. That quote is out there for a reason. Read between the lines. It's there for a reason. People say it for a reason, right? There's a such thing as read between the lines for a reason, right? Is a gray area for right? Right. So Travis touchdown, salute. Rasheed Rock, salute. Don't time out LN investor. Let him explain. Go ahead, explain. Hi, my name is Salute. So here's the thing, right? Max Kellerman, you got to read between the lines of what he's saying. Box conversation, my brother Reggie Owens, salute. Max Kellerman goes on to say that Alexander Usyk is the major player. And he picking Alexander Usyk to beat Anthony Joshua, right? And then here's where you have to read between the lines. He uplifts Vasil Lomachenko to the highest level as they already have been doing. This is no shock, right? Salute my brother C Money 815 in the super chat. He said, haters gonna hate no matter what. Exactly. So he uplifts Vasil Lomachenko to the highest level possible, right? Skinny Hardaway, salute. Shogun 76, salute. And then he's asked, who, since it was around Father's Day weekend and all of that, who's the greatest father-son tandem? He says it's Vasil Lomachenko's dad, right? Because look at the great job Vasil Lomachenko's dad did with him. Vasil Lomachenko, extreme content, salute. Dismissing Roy Jones and his father, Shane Mosley and his dad, right? And this is solely based off of mainly his amateur background. Because yes, Vasil Lomachenko has accomplished some things in the sport of boxing as a professional. He's 3-division world champion, unified at lightweight. But the biggest win in his resume is Gary Russell Jr., right? And that's a great win. But he doesn't have longevity, right? So we have to see how he deal with he has to deal with Teofimo Lopez. We have to see how he does. He didn't run the gauntlet to become unified the lightweight division. Let's be honest here. Robert Stokes, salute. Okay, so he goes on to say, and then look what Vasil Lomachenko's dad. The proof is, look what he has done with other fighters that he's trained. Well, if we talk about father-son combinations, now I know biologically Virgil Hunter is not Andre Ward's dad biologically, but when Andre Ward lost his dad, Virgil Hunter filled in that role, so he's a father trainer. Andre Ward always mentions Virgil Hunter as his dad, right? Because obviously we saw, his dad on transition. So he always, so Andre Ward is an Olympic gold medalist. Andre Ward went undefeated as a professional. You understand what I'm saying? So then he goes on to say, well, he can't count Floyd Mayweather Sr. because did he really train Floyd Mayweather or was that Roger? But then he fails to realize is that Floyd Mayweather Sr. is the one that got Roger into the sport of boxing and Jeff into the sport of boxing. You understand what I'm saying? So essentially, Floyd Mayweather Sr. got Roger, Jeff, and Floyd Mayweather Jr. in the sport of boxing because of him. It started with him. And he was the one originally training Floyd Mayweather Jr. He the one that taught Floyd Mayweather everything he knows. Salute to C Money 815 in Super Chat. Kellerman has had issues with brothers since brothers. Yep. ESPN is pushing and allowing the exactly. That's exactly. Smash that like button, get the likes at 250. We should have 250 likes. EB salute. EB said that means nothing, but I don't understand what you're referring to. You got to be clear. Donald Favor, salute. And so he's saying that look what Vasil Lomachenko's dad has accomplished with other boxers. Cool. I'm not taking anything away from him. Then he goes on to Oleksandr Usyk. That's how he gets to Oleksandr Usyk. And he goes on about the Eastern European boxer. Remember, this is the same sentiments Paulie Malignaggi was uttering. Roosevelt Ivory, salute. Ricky Scale, salute. Let's not forget, what did Paul Malignaggi say? Eastern European boxers are dominating the sport of boxing. What is Max Kellerman trying to tell you? Eastern Europeans are dominating the sport of boxing. Do y'all understand where we're going with this? You understand what's taking place, right? And what they're trying to tell you. in a few minutes, I'm gonna send my brother Fred the link, and we're gonna bring him on. I just wanted to get this out there. And then me and my brother Fred, we're gonna talk about these athletes and should they stand up and should they use their voice and their platform. I see a lot of people saying that, well, we can't expect athletes, to say, well, here's the thing. Their voice carries a lot further. See, this is, and my brother Fred could attest to this, and businesses and a lot of things, a lot more, said I'm going to let him do that. Royal King Court 13, salute. Box conversation, my brother Reggie Owens in the super chat. They think Loma is an all-time great because he defeated a black fighter in Gary Russell. Max types devalue the out of white athletes. Exactly. And right, you're right. And Reggie, you know what another thing is? He did it with what he had, 3 fights. So that's what they attesting it to, right? Look, he only had 3 fights. Right? He only had 3 fights. Exactly, Junior. He said, what did HBO try to tell us? All they put on and promoted was the Eastern European boxers. But look where that got them, though. Because they were so upset and they were so confident that Sergey Kovalev was going to beat Andre Ward, and he upset the apple cart. They ain't like that. Vasil Lomachenko lost to a journeyman in Orlando Salido, and they dismissed it. They try to act like it don't exist. You understand? Are they good boxers? Yes. I'm not taking anything away from them. Do they dominate the sport? No. No. And so they laid out the perfect script for Deontay Wilder. It's all for him to capitalize on. It's there for him. Right? Eddie Hearn, Anthony Joshua, they proved to us that they never wanted to fight with Wilder. The proof is there. It doesn't matter how many people try to come out and say, well, this happened, well, that happened. No. The proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the pudding. They never wanted to fight. They're willing to negotiate and do everything with Tyson Fury and everybody else things that they clearly wasn't willing to do with Deontay Wilder. That lets you know everything you need to know. 88 Sports Talk, salute. H-Town 713, salute. Stephen Brown, salute. Broad Money, salute. Yep. Gary Russell scale, yep. But I don't even know, Broad Money, I don't even want to use it as an excuse. Because Gary Russell he don't even tell people about that scale situation. He actually told us in privacy. And then I think he just started telling people after. Because he told me in privacy, like, yo, the scale was off, so on and so forth. Right? So, and in the amateurs, he was a grown man competing against kids. Let's not forget that. So, yes, he had 400, 500 amateur fights, however many he had. But he was a grown man competing against kids at that point. Let's not forget that. You understand? Not to take anything away from his amateur record, resume, background, but you're a grown man at that point in time competing against kids. Keep that in mind. You understand? If you take Shakur Stevenson right now and put him in the amateurs, what you think his amateur record is going to reflect at this point in time? If you take Shakur Stevenson right now and place him back in the amateurs, what you think his record and resume is going to resemble? And keep in mind, he's 32. He turned professional when? Let me show y'all something. This is something that they don't tell y'all. This is something that they overlook. This is something that that they overlook. Vasil Lomachenko right now was born in 88. February of 88. He's 32 years old. He turned professional in 2013. So by the time he turned professional, he was in the amateurs at 2013. So he was born in 88. 26 years old, he still was competing in the amateurs. 26, 27 years old, he was still competing in the amateurs. That's older. Just think about that. Tank Davis is only 25. Imagine putting Tank Davis in the amateurs right now. And he's 25. Imagine giving Tank 2 more years experience and then putting him in the amateurs right now. Let that sink in. Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney are 21 and 22. But imagine putting Tank in the amateurs right now. Imagine that. You know what would take Jose Villanueva, salute. Yeah, Kareem Ebanks. Like that, why does that get overlooked? Why does that get overlooked? He was a grown man. Now imagine Tank boxing a kid that's 16 or 17 right now. That's not a LeBron James of boxing. He ain't Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson. You know how many kids he come across that didn't have the talent of a Devin Haney or Shakur Stevenson or Teofimo Lopez or any of these boxers? Could you imagine? So his amateur resume is overblown. You understand what I'm saying? These are things that don't get mentioned. These are things that they conveniently just act like don't exist. They conveniently be like, oh, well, look at his amateur background. I'm waiting to ask people, well, what about the fact that he was a grown man competing against young kids back then? Imagine that. And so they talk about the skill set he has, right? Okay, so if his skill set is on the level that they say he is, imagine we take Pernell Whitaker, Floyd Mayweather, Roy Jones, Sugar Ray Leonard, and put them in the amateurs at 25 and 20, at 26 and 27 years old. Now ask yourself that. How would Roy Jones, Floyd Mayweather, Pernell Whitaker, Sugar Ray Leonard, how would they fare in the amateurs at 27? At 27 years old. They might not even, they might finish their amateur resume, give them the same amount of fights. How many fights he had in the amateurs? How many fights he had in the amateurs? Vasyl Lomachenko? Over 400, right? So imagine you give them, they don't lose. At 27 years old, who you think in the amateurs could beat Floyd Mayweather? Sugar Ray Leonard, Roy Jones, or Pernell Whitaker? At 27 years old, 26. The Quincy Alexander salute. Boom, boom, salute. Tank only fights amateurs to this day. Okay. So if you take Jose Pedraza at 27 years old and put him in the amateurs, what's going to be his resume? Redlock, salute. So imagine you put Floyd Mayweather, Sugar Ray Leonard, Roy Jones, Pernell Whitaker, Andre Ward, who else? Put them in the amateurs at 27, 26. I'll do you one better. Put Deontay Wilder in the amateurs at 27. Put Deontay Wilder in the amateurs at 27. Right. Junior said put Mike Tyson in the amateurs at 27. Do y'all understand? Are y'all understanding what took place Oba on Gun Diesel, salute. Are y'all understanding what was taking place? And then he got in the pros, right? He beat Jose Ramirez, but then he lost to Orlando Salido. Orlando Salido, so see, they tell you, I told y'all, Orlando Salido was a journeyman. And people would tell you, nah, Blue, why you say that? Elliot Burgess, salute. No, he wasn't no journeyman. He wasn't no journeyman. Orlando Salido, when Vasil Lomachenko fought him, was 41, 12, and 2. I'll say this again. Orlando Salido was 41, 12, and 2. That, my peopleizations, is a journeyman. That, my people, is a journeyman. Jeremy Bohannon, salute. He was 41, 12, and 2. But then you got people tell, no, Orlando Salido wasn't no journeyman. He wasn't no journeyman. So what is he? Falcon L555, salute. Right? So if that's not the definition of a journeyman, what is? Somebody tell me what's a journeyman then. If your resume is 41, 12, and 2, that's not a journeyman? And this was for the vacant WBO title. He lost. Chuck Supremacy, salute. He said Wilder fought journeyman his whole career. Cool. Tyson Fury. So you don't, I'm going to tell you this. Chris Arreola fought for a world title multiple times, not a journeyman. Bermane Stiverne was the WBC champion and defended it, not a journeyman. Luis Ortiz was the boogeyman in the heavyweight division, was undefeated, Cuban southpaw with a highly decorated amateur background, just like Lomachenko, not a journeyman. Tyson Fury was the unified heavyweight champion at one point. He dropped him twice and arguably knocked him out in the first fight, not a journeyman. Dominic Brazil fought for a world title, not a journeyman. Need I continue? Should we continue to go on? Or are you basically going off of what somebody told you? He fought Malik Scott as well. Not a journeyman. And if you consider Malik Scott a journeyman, well, he was one high qualified journeyman. He was a high profile journeyman. I tell you that. Because all the journeymen Malik Scott fought, they couldn't beat him. They couldn't beat him. So call it what you want. But again, stop going off of what people tell you. They told you that the people that he fight are journeymen. But see, since if you don't do your research and know what actually took place, then that's what you would say. So Chris Arreola fought the Klitschko's because he wasn't a journeyman. He put himself in position to fight Klitschko. Now he lost, but he put himself in position to fight Klitschko. That's not a journeyman. Chris Arreola put himself in position to fight Bermane Stiverne. That's not a journeyman. For titles. RGJ3 Boxing, salute in the super chat. Blue, when Wilder knocks out Fury in the trilogy, it will silence the critics and salute. Yes, sir. Not a journeyman. Yep. Junior the Truth, he said, same people will tell you Adrian Broner is a journeyman. So Adrian Broner became a gatekeeper. Who else became a gatekeeper? What's his name? Chop Chop Corley. Robert Guerrero. But these they ain't not journeymen. You can become a gatekeeper and not be a journeyman. Orlando Salido was a journeyman. Yes, sir, Eric R. Tell him again, Eric R. EB Scratch, salute. Right. Dominic Brazil was no journeyman. And I'm gonna do you one better, and then I'm gonna get my brother Fred up on here, man. So I'm gonna do y'all one better. Do remember, Jermaine Bryan, salute. The Hoochie Coochie man, salute. No, I'm not saying Broner is a gatekeeper either. I'm just saying that this is what they'll label him. But he has nowhere near the losses that Orlando Salido had. Surrett 357, salute. So if you consider Adrian Broner a journeyman, then what do you consider Vasil Lomachenko? Andre Berto, exactly, Eric R. Right? So I'm going to do y'all one better. Remember, Deontay Wilder was supposed to fight. See, these are little things. You're on the wrong channel with this. You better off going to those other channels where they'll entertain you, and just because they don't favor somebody, they'll tell you that you're right. Right? So remember this, and then I'm getting my brother Fred on here. Remember this when he was supposed to fight Luis Ortiz the first time. Remember? And Luis Ortiz failed the test. He was removed from the fight. Wilder had nobody to fight, right? Yeah, smash the like button, man. Get the likes of 300. Wilder had nobody to fight. So he was looking for a replacement opponent. Remember that? And then remember, they was like, well, one guy he'll never pick the fight was Gerald Washington. Gerald Washington is a big guy, athletic, played football at USC, got power, right? Wilder's not going to fight him, up and coming heavyweight that has power, right? Wilder's not going to fight him. He's going to avoid Gerald Washington. He's going to avoid Gerald Washington, especially on short notice. He ain't going to fight Gerald Washington on short notice. See, these are the things that people pretend and act like didn't exist. Because hindsight is always 20/20. Hindsight is always 20/20. But they told you that he wouldn't pick Gerald Washington because Gerald Washington was too much of a high risk on a short notice. He won't pick Gerald Washington. So what did he do? Marvinette, salute. What did he do? You got it. He picked Gerald Washington. Salute, Mark Wonderlick. Salute to Utah. He picked Gerald Washington and knocked out Gerald Washington. And then you know what the narrative became? Oh, Gerald Washington is just a football player that couldn't make the transition. But he was having success against Wilder, though. He was having success against Wilder, though. Mr. Fit for all sports. Salute. Remember that? Oh, Gerald Washington, he'll never fight Gerald Washington. See how soon we forget. Definitely, Gerald Washington is definitely a real cool guy. So is Charles Martin. Very cool dudes. But I didn't forget the narrative when Luis Ortiz pulled out the fight. Mike Wary the Great, salute. Let's not forget that that's what took place. Oh, he'll never fight Gerald Washington. He'll never give Gerald Washington an opportunity. Remember that. Keep that in mind. And so he did. And when he did and knocked him out, then he was losing the fight anyway. Well, Gerald Washington was just a football player trying to transition. All these excuses. These are the same roadblocks every great always faces. Anything they do is never enough. It's never enough. The same thing with Floyd Mayweather. Oh, he fought Shane Mosley when he was 37 years old. Shane Mosley wasn't. Well, Shane Mosley came off the biggest win in his career, not named Ossie De La Hoya. And Shane Mosley, when he was young and in his prime, refused to fight Floyd Mayweather. So whose fault is that? How's that Floyd Mayweather's fault? How? Oscar De La Hoya refused to fight Floyd Mayweather. How's that his fault? Joe Casamayor refused to fight Floyd Mayweather. How's that his fault? Prince Nassim Hamed refused to fight Floyd Mayweather. How's that his fault? He can't force them to fight him. They can't force him to fight him. So, how come he never unified? Well, because Charles Martin and Joseph Parker didn't give him the opportunity. Simple and plain. It's not harder than that. It's not Chinese arithmetic. It's simple and plain. It's good old regular addition and addition by subtraction. Point blank and period. Simon Carr, salute. Dante Gilbert, salute. Plain and simple. It's just simple as that. Charles Martin, I talked to Charles Martin numerous times. He said that they just overpaid for Joshua fight. So he took it. And Al Heyman told him to take it. Pull counter boxer, salute. Then you had the Joseph Parker, who was supposed to fight Wilder twice, even came to the Gerald Washington fight and was getting ready to negotiate, started negotiating for a unification bout, and then he pulled out and fought Joshua. Whose fault is that? Dre Fonda, salute. Wesley Lewis, salute. Simple mathematics. 1 + 1 = 2. There you have it. I wanted to put that out there, get that out there, send my brother the link. Main event Mark, salute. April Mobley, peace and blessings to you, Queen. Big Dose 513, salute. King Merksum, salute. T Rob, salute. So now moving on to the second half of this stream, where we're going to have my brother Barbershop Conversations come in, Frederick Hawthorne, my brother right there, man. And we're going to talk about, should these athletes speak up, right? Should we expect them to speak up? Is it their responsibility to speak up for what's taking place around in the communities? Noah GX, salute. Right? So I feel personally it is. I feel like it is. And Boxing and Barbecue, salute. Why? Because the importance of our dollar circling amongst in the community is very important. The importance of their voices and how they're perceived. Right? Their voices are perceived, and go a very, very long way. You understand? Somebody without a platform, okay, I have a platform. My voice goes a long way, right? Then there's levels. John Legene, salute. Jimmy Snooker, salute. There's levels. Boxing and Barbecue, salute. So then you talk about you have a Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence, Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, other athletes. There you go.
Hey, what's up, Blue?
There you go. What's going on?
Dog? How you feel, man?
I'm good, man. Hey, man, I was excited for this one.
Man, I heard you cooking. Hey, I heard you cooking some of guns, man. Man, yeah. Listen, especially about Wilder.
Go ahead and cook.
People forget that it's an invasion of privacy. 1, right? 2, he's with his family. 3, Dillian White, he already stole your girl. Like, so what's all this banter and bickering for, man? If you got a daughter, you with your kids, I'm uncertain of how many kids Deontay Wilder had, how many girls he had. You gonna be doing some stuff that you would have thought, like, man, what am I doing? You know what I mean? Going to buy dresses. If you're the parent all day, she want to play makeup and shit. She want to dance. Before every show I go on every night, me and Kennedy dance at about 8 o'clock. She's like, Daddy, I want to dance. We dance every night, dog. Every night. You understand? So man, it's all for nothing, man. And if you are a boxing fan for real, and you're questioning Deontay Wilder, that means it's an indignation on you. You're questioning your masculinity, because why are you It makes no sense, man. If he was in like a club and the ambiance looked questioning then yeah, you know what I mean. But he's in his home on Juneteenth. They didn't. I actually saw the clips Friday and didn't think nothing of it. You know what I mean? They didn't highlight the speech. You know what I mean? They just talked about, oh, he's, and I didn't and I just left it alone. You know what I mean? So I didn't think nothing of it. And then I saw Floyd Hype put out that title, and I was like, man, that's some cold, shiesty stuff, man. You know, and and that's the problem, man. And all of this, man.
Is that
People people want to use you, man, and try and destroy you. I get what Floyd Hype is doing. They really, really don't like Deontay Wilder. They really, really are all in on Floyd Mayweather. But at the end of the day, Floyd's done. You understand? And so are these other fighters, Blue. And I just take it and smile and I ask you men that are watching this show, if you're asking yourself that, you got to question your masculinity. For real. Like, it don't add up. It don't add up. You understand what I'm saying, Blue?
exactly? Before we get into it though, you doing a lot of important things out there, man. You're on the front line, and
So
one thing that's huge to me, man, is that, and I want to pick your brain. I'm gonna do it off air, but
mhm.
yeah, it's important that everybody goes to your Patreon, man, because
Oh,
so just tell them, where to go to that, because that's what the information that you're putting out there, man. This is today's time, man. That's a must. That's a necessity. It's a necessity, man. So just get
yeah.
drop a little info on that for them.
Oh, I appreciate you, Blue. I'll just use this disclaimer, and it's all facts. My Patreon subscribers made hundreds of thousands of dollars last month. I'm just gonna keep it. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. And it was just me just giving information that I know. It's barbershop conversations on Patreon. You'll see it. Just click the $5 link. I don't want no no I don't want you complaining about the money. That's why I made it $5. Grant Cardone is gonna charge you $1,000. Jay Morrison is gonna cost you thousand. I literally just want to give you the information and not deal with all the feedback and stuff that goes on YouTube, because people don't appreciate it when it's free. So just put a $5 tag on it. Is less than a hamburger, and feel free to go through the catalog of the videos. We made thousands of dollars last month, last week. I'm just being candidly honest, and it's free. You write the $12 off because it's career development. So you write the $5 off that you get every month, and it's basically free. And if you're eating during the telecast, if you're driving during it, you write the gas off for free. You write the car payments off for free. So all that stuff goes into the Patreon. Go ahead and subscribe, and you absolutely, you're gonna get this. It's $60 a year, and I'm basically giving it away. You know what I mean? Because and that's it. I'm just giving it away to the people, man, and hopefully they take advantage of it. So
Now, let me ask you, right? You on the front line, you see it every day.
Yeah.
A lot of high profile people. You introduced me to a lot of high profile people, right? So, today's time, man, with today's athletes, do you think? Because there's a lot. I'm on my Facebook every day, man. I got to get off it, man, because I'm just getting on there. At this point, I'm just looking for debates, bro. I'm just searching for debates at this point, because it's like I believe, today's time. I just feel like we got the fish in the net. We got to pull them out the right now. You know what I'm saying? It's our time.
Yeah.
We got them right now, right? And I just feel like we drop in the net, and we're gonna let them go back in the ocean and get away from us. Then we're gonna be out there fishing for another 50, 60 years until another situation surface that we could capture and seize the moment, right? But do you think I'm seeing a lot of people? It's not athletes. It's not their responsibility to speak up. It's not athlete, but it's our dollar that's supporting them, especially the ones that look like us, right? So I think that they should have a responsibility to speak up. They feel me and you have a response. If when you go live, when I go live in our chat room, right? The chat is filled with with current events, right? We gotta respond to it, right? They're not gonna let us not respond to it. So it becomes our duty, right? So it becomes their duty as well. What you think? What you think? You take it, just cook on it.
1000%. Listen, one breath they say athletes don't mean nothing, right? Then the next breath, Muhammad Ali's my favorite fighter. One breath, athletes don't mean nothing, but they voted for Jesse the Body Ventura. Athletes don't mean nothing, but Ronald Reagan became president. Man, cut that baloney out, man. It's not your job titles, it's your passion and your heart. And I'm tired of all these fighters. Like for me, when people be asking me questions, like I give a great example of this. Terrence Crawford versus Sean Porter. Everybody want to know, Fred, what's your opinion on that? I don't care about that fight. I need them to speak out about Black lives right now. I have yet to see Terrence Crawford speak up about it on his Twitter, Instagram. I don't subscribe to Facebook. I have yet to see Sean Porter, Dominic Brazil, all these guys. And then they expect us to support us. Oh, the fans don't support. Listen, if you're not willing to speak, because before you became a fighter, you were Black. Before you became a world champion, you were Black. Before you became a father, you were Black. And I think it's just very, 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 very important that we speak up. You know what I mean? I just can't say it enough. And if you want my dollar, in a time of crisis, in a time of need, y'all got to step up and do your part. You know what I mean? Just like I unsubscribed to Showtime, I'm not playing. I don't care. I'm going to forever be on this thing. If you can brag about a brand new car, right? Sean Porter got a brand new car. If Floyd Mayweather can brag about how much money he has, and I'm just using these as an example. Terrence Crawford can brag about how tough he is and how good he is at ping pong and this and that. Man, you can't drop 140 characters to say I stand with my brothers and sisters. 140 characters? And you want us to pay $140 for your ticket. Man, you better go somewhere with that. If these fighters don't speak up, I don't care who you are. I don't care from top to bottom. When your fight come up, I'm going to tell every person that can hear my voice, where were you when Black Lives Matter? Where were you? And feel free to come at me. Feel free to do whatever you want. I'm secure. I'm just going to say this. I'm going to affect your bottom dollar 1,000%. I don't care if it's $100, $1,000, $10,000, $100,000. I'm going to affect your bottom line, and that's just via me what I think about it. Dominic Brazil was on that DS saying this about Deontay Wilder, this and that. We can't understand him. Well, we can't understand you because you're silent.
Right.
You understand?
Yep.
Sean Porter talking about he's bigger than Earl Spence. He's this, he's that. Go ahead.
No, I think your
go ahead, Blue.
Your screen flipped on, like you frozen.
Am I back now?
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead, Coach Ken.
Yeah, go ahead. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good. Yeah, it's just beyond my own understanding, Blue, how they think that we're supposed to cater to them. You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
Ain't happening.
That's a fact.
I'm not on that.
Yeah, and that's my thing, right? Like, you know, I know a lot of people feel like, you know, well, they're just a basketball player, or just a boxer, or just a football player, or, you know, but their platform, their voice means a lot, right? Because here's one thing, how I look at it, they all say, especially the athletes that look like us, they all say, well, you know, they came through the struggle, right? They all experienced it at some point in time. They all came through. Majority of them came through the struggle. So if you came through the struggle, then you know what people behind you are trying to, they trying to get to where you are, but they in the struggle. So now you change. You have to change, right? So now your struggle is not as rough as the person behind you, but you know what they going through to get to where you are. So I believe for us, unfortunately, these are the cards that we dealt. And guess what? We got to speak up.
Yeah.
Say something.
Yeah. Facts.
Because
Big facts.
we started. Everybody else have a major head start on them. A major head start on us, right? So it's our duty when you LeBron James. It's our duty where it can't be. This is my thing where it gets me. It's the same people. I'm tired of seeing Wilder speaking up. I'm tired of seeing the same LeBron James speaking up. I'm tired of seeing the same people speaking up. Now it's time that everybody else need to follow their lead. Follow the lead.
Yeah. Yeah.
We still talking about the same people in every sport. We talking about LeBron James speaking up. We talking about Deontay Wilder in boxing speaking up. We talking about Colin Kaepernick in football. Like we talking about the same people. We need people. You know what I'm saying? So, but go ahead and cook though.
And then it's so ironic because the 3 fighters that I spoke of, and I'm just using these as a case study, they ain't got no white fans. They ain't got no Mexican fans. They ain't got nothing. You know what I mean? Outside of Terrence Crawford fighting at home, once Terrence Crawford leaves Omaha, he has no fan base. How about you get beside your people? Stand beside them. We've been marching for 4 weeks. 3 or 4 weeks, man. Say something. You understand? It's just, and then you want me to buy your shirt, buy your ticket, man. How many people we got in here right now, Blue? I can't see.
We got 314 people.
Well, how about 314 people go to Terrence Crawford, Dominic Brazil, Sean Porter's Instagram and Twitter and Facebook and ask them, why the hell are they silent when black people are out here getting murdered, getting gunned down? You understand? It's just beyond my own understanding. Y'all got a voice too. Let them feel the pressure. Tell them you're not supporting them. And I'm talking to everybody. Tell them you're not supporting them and support us.
Right.
You know what I mean? We out here trying to get reparations. People out here getting shot with rubber bullets. You know what I mean? I'm driving 10 miles to go to a black-owned grocery store just now. You know what I mean? Like, I'm doing my part.
Right.
You know, I created my platform for our voice. You know what I mean? I could sell out and do media takeout videos and world star videos and get to a 200,000 subs, 150,000 subs. I can do that shit if I want to. You know what I mean? I can talk about Beyonce's ass or who's beefing in hip hop if I wanted to and get my subs up. But no, I chose to have a high level of integrity, high level of character, and I'm gonna stand on it. And all these fights made, I'm gonna check your Twitter post. I'm gonna check your Instagram. Where were you when black men were being gunned down in the streets by police officers or these racist human beings like the McMichaels in Brunswick? You know what I mean? So I'm just tired, and don't look for support from me. You know what I mean? Canelo and Ryan Garcia speaking up before many of these black fighters.
And Vladimir Klitschko.
It makes no sense, dog. It makes no sense. So that's where I'm at, man. So keep on buying your Gucci, keep on buying your Versace, because I hope they buy tickets. I hope they send their employees to go to your fights, because guess what? We ain't going. And the same thing I tell these fighters: if you don't stay in touch with your people, you have no core fan base. I don't care if 10,000 white people go to your fight. And the only reason why they're going is, one, to see you lose, and you're at the apex of your career. And there's other variables too. But you only get 2 or 3 fights at the apex of your career. You're either before it or you're just after it. But guess who's gonna support you? The people who are riding for you. The people who came up with you. More importantly, the people who look like you. And these are just stone cold facts. You know what I mean? Just think, if Floyd Mayweather can pay $88,000 for a funeral, you know what I mean?
At the drop of a dime.
At the drop of a dime, man. The least you can do is type 140 characters once a week.
Right.
You know what I mean? The least you can do. You got black babies.
Right.
And guess what? Once this boxing money dry up, Blue Blood gonna be out here more famous than you. You know what I mean? Making more money than you. You out here, man, you out here struggling fighting for a commentating gig that has no guarantee on it. They can fire you when they want, because the one thing that's going to last, if you get hired, you're gonna get fired. They either gonna fire you or rush you to retire. That's it. You gotta have your own. You know,
let me ask you this.
Yeah,
Why do you think, because this is what every day I'm trying to fit, why do you think that they were so reluctant to stand up, like to say anything? Like, because we know that they see us talking about it. We know that they know. So what's the issue? What's the holdup? What's the fear?
White man's approval. When you don't sign your own checks, when you are contingent upon 2 or 3 signatures other than yours, when you have to wait for someone to tell you when you can go on vacation, when you have to wait for someone to tell you what time you can leave to go see your family, you're going to think about that before your core principles, you know, and that's the awful part about it. You know, like, when are men going to step up and be men? You know what I mean? A lot of this Deontay Wilder hate is because he's a man. A lot of reason why people don't like me is because I'm a man and very independent of anyone else's help. You understand? And that's how people say when they look at me, they see the insecurities and the shortcomings in their life. You understand, Blue? When they look at you, when people are criticizing you over the same thing for 6 months, sometimes you just got to sit back and say, "Oh, you got a problem with yourself." You know what I mean? Like it's just they coming up with the same thing. So you just let them be themselves, let them be whoever they are, because obviously you're growing. You know what I mean? If not the biggest, the most important channel on YouTube, you know, that covers boxing. You know what I mean? The other media members, I saw Michelle Joy Phelps, Fight Hub, Radio Raheem, and the other guy complaining.
Coogan Cassius.
Complaining. Coogan Cassius not so much, but all the other 3 complain. I can't make no money. I gotta make my car payment. Michelle Joy Phelps said she gonna get in a bikini. But then if you walk up to Michelle Joy Phelps and say, "Hey, let me see you naked," oh, she gonna call the police on you. But you just said you gotta sell your soul to make a couple of bucks. I gotta get half naked to make a couple of bucks. You know what I mean? Radio Raheem talking about people who are not as experienced as him should get to the back of the line. What are you talking about? It's a hustle game. It's a relationship game. You know what I mean? Like, you do, man. It's
and bro, Radio Raheem says that, and in the same token, I was at 2 fights that he was interviewing fighters and didn't know who they was.
Oh, really?
Yeah. When Cotto fought Saddam Ali, he thought a dude on the undercard was Saddam Ali. Interviewing him,
no, he did.
There was 10 minutes into the interview, and then he goes, "Oh, how do you feel about fighting Cotto?" And dude goes, I would tell you how I would feel if they gave me more money to actually fight him." So he goes, "Well, you're not getting a good person to fight him?" He said, "No, because I'm not fighting him. I'm not." He goes, "Wait a minute, you're not Saddam Ali?" He said, "No, I'm not." Wait, cut. He goes, cut the camera. Cut the camera.
Is that on YouTube?
Nah, he cut it off. You know who was recording it? X was holding the camera for him. And X was telling him, like, "That's not him. That's not Saddam Ali." He was trying to give him, like, "Yo, that's not Saddam Ali." You know what I'm saying?
Funny as hell.
But then when I see him talking about, "Hey, these guys don't have experience. I'm a professional." Like, bro, how do you? Miguel Cotto versus Saddam Ali was the main event. How you not know who the? Okay, I can understand you don't know the undercard, but the main event, bro, you don't know the main event. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like you're right, man.
Yeah,
you know, like that's why I said all these athletes, they see us, they know what we talking about, they hear what we talking about.
Sure. I'm more popular than half these.
Right. And it's like you 1,000% right, man. When we went to when we go to fights, we get so much attention. Even when we was at Sean Porter Aerospace the weigh-in. Remember LA. Man, we must have took about 30 pictures. Right? As we
in the hotel.
Yeah, in the hotel lobby, right? We must have took about 30 pictures, man. You know, it's and that's what I'm saying. They hold us accountable for what's going on today's time. So it's only right that we hold the athletes accountable for what's going on.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the bridge between the fans and the athletes. Then it's only right that we hold the athletes accountable for what's taking place because they hold us accountable for not holding the athletes accountable.
Oh, they hold us accountable. Oh, you didn't pick me to win? Oh, right. You didn't pick me to win?
Right.
Nigga, I want Black Lives Matter to win. How about that? How about them apples? You know what I mean? It's just beyond my own understanding, man. And how can you criticize Deontay Wilder, man? Come on. I mean, you could criticize him in a loss. Yeah, you have every right to criticize him in a loss. But as a man, get the hell out of here, man. Come on.
Right, exactly.
Come on, man. You got insecurities with yourself. You know what I mean? You
my brother Fred was there, right? When we was at J-Rock, I remember after he lost, J-Rock family came. I didn't even know it was them, right? They came up, right? Blue, you picked against us, Blue. You picked it. I didn't even know who they was. I'm like, what you talking about? No, you picked it. Now what? Now what? I'm like,
brother, daughter,
yeah. They was like, yo, now what, Blue? I'm like, I didn't even know. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, we're all important pieces to this puzzle, man. And like I said, we got the fish in the net right now, and we can't afford to let them get away from us because we hungry.
We do. That's why it's so important. I feel the same way you feel about it, Blue. We got the fish in the net. Great analogy, man. And that motherfucker wiggling, Blue. He wiggling, man. He trying to get out, man. And we need all hands on deck to corral that son of a gun and bring it onto our yacht. You know what I mean? So we need that, man. And that's why I'm encouraging. How many people we got in here now, Blue? Three what?
We got 327.
327 people. Go to your favorite trainer. Go to your favorite fighter. Go to your favorite promoter and ask them. Ask Eddie Hearn why he's so quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Ask Eddie Hearn why he's so quiet. He wanna thrive in America. How about y'all do y'all part? Hold yourself accountable today. I need all 330 of y'all. If you ain't seen your favorite fighter, your favorite promoter, favorite manager speak up on this issue, go to their page, go to Instagram, and put it in the comment. Don't make it private. Make it public so the world can see it. You know what I mean? So the world can see it. And I stand on that, man. And these guys are gonna ask you for money in about 2 months.
Yep. And salute Lawrence Williams. He said he's seen both of us at the MGM by the slot machines, chilling with Chop Chop and Lonnie B. Both of y'all showed me love.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. We listen, and I'm not saying this to toot our own horns or none of that. Salute the main event Mark in the super chat. He said you two are the most important guys on Our Voice. Salute. Yeah, and I'm not saying this to we're not bragging or anything of that nature. But when we sit in
tell the truth.
Right. We sit in the MGM lobby, right? And we just hang out right there. We just do our interview. We working right there. We sit there literally from the moment we open our eyes, we call each other. Hey, you over here yet? You get here yet? I'm here. That could be 10 o'clock in the morning, 11 o'clock in the morning. We don't leave until we go to get something to eat. That's probably about 5 o'clock in the morning. The sun is coming up. Then we go back, right? It's like, and we repeat the same cycle, but we get a lot of attention just sitting there. All we're doing is hanging out right there, right? So it's not to say that they're not important, but we just as important. You know what I'm saying? But we need them to respond to what's going on today, because this is important, man. This is important. Like you said, We got the fish in the net. It's wiggling like you said, but we starving. We can't afford to let that fish get back in the ocean because the ocean is too big and we might not catch them again.
Yep.
And they could starve us out, man. We can't let that fish get away, man. It's important that we hold on to this fish and bring it in. And we need to bring in the big wigs. We need all the big wigs to come in and support us and help us wig fishing.
Yeah, facts. They already Blue. I mean, speaking of Terrence Crawford and Sean Porter, they already were duped. Like, when does Al Heyman say, go talk to Bob Arum for a fight? When does Bob Arum say, you know what? It was your interview, right? When Kenny said, well, Al Heyman gave us the green light. Well, he didn't say his name, but he said that guy was there, right?
Right.
When does Al Heyman tells his marquee fighters, hey, you go negotiate with Bob Arum. Go see if you can get a fight.
Right.
Okay,
right.
now too, why does Terrence Crawford believe he's gonna fight Manny Pacquiao when he didn't fight him on Top Rank? I heard that the other day, and I felt bad for Terrence Crawford because he really believes white ice is colder. He thinks Bob Arum is gonna get him Manny Pacquiao.
Right. Right.
You make no money. You make no money. Like, how are you gonna get that fight? And you make no money. Adrian Broner is a draw. Keith Thurman, what is a draw? Like, you
know how I see how I see the Bob Arum situation with Crawford right now. I feel like Bob Arum, you know when you got a brand new car and you just admire it, right? But then when you get another brand new car, it's like, man, the first brand new car is like, it was important, but it's not as important as this. And now you get another one, right? Because now he got Tyson Fury, he got Teofimo Lopez and Lomachenko. So I think at this point with Crawford, it's like, okay. You know what I'm saying? It's almost to the point where, oh, you want to fight Pacquiao? Yeah, no problem. Oh, you want to fight Sean Porter? Yeah, no problem. It's like his tone changed. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't need to hold on to this prize no more because I got other prizes behind me, and I'm this advanced age at this point in time in my career. It doesn't even matter. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's like I'm going to put it on you. Oh, you want to fight Manny Pacquiao? Oh yeah, no problem. Let's see if we can get the vet. You know what I'm saying? It's like he don't have to protect his investment no more because he got the money in other banks already. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it. Because remember, at one point he was like, "There's no money in Sean Porter fight." Bob Arum was saying that. Now it's like, listen, if you can get the Sean Porter fight over the hump, then make it happen. Because it's like you don't protect the investment anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, okay, if you win, great. If you lose, you lost. You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, back on to Tyson Fury. You know what I'm saying? Back to Tyson Fury. So, it's just it
falls around him.
Right. Because it seems,
I was just shocked. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say it's just shocking to hear him say, "Oh, Tyson Fury is my most entertaining fighter. Is a fighter I look up to." I saw it in the Brian Custard interview, right? And I'm like, why would you say that when he's taking all your marketing dollars? Why would you say that when Bob Arum threw him in front of you? I don't like it's getting so bad now that Terrence Crawford can't even tell his fan base to go fight for him to get the fight. Like, he's literally all by himself, and I can't see him getting that guarantee that he got. I can't see that happening. I don't see a fight out there that can garnish $3 million and marketing dollars. I don't see it. I genuinely can't see it, and it's just ironic how, because here's the catch. People say, all right, let's go for example. Could you ever hear Earl Spence? Could you ever hear Bob Arum or Al Heyman saying, Earl Spence, hey, go get your own fight? Hey, Danny Garcia, if they were promoted by either Bob Arum or Al Heyman, hey, go get hey, Danny Garcia, go get your own fight. Earl Spence, go get your own fight. No, that don't happen.
Mm-hmm.
That don't happen. Like, so you're not an, you're literally not an asset right now. You're a liability. You understand
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? And in my humble opinion, Sean had the world in the palm of his, and not in the world, not the world, but he had the attention of the boxing fans.
Mm-hmm.
But he listened to his father instead of being a humble. Listen, Sean could have been a humble, God-fearing Evander Holyfield type fighter. You lose one, you win. You lose two, you win one. People done forgot you done got your ass beat by Riddick Bowe. People done forgot you done, you know what I mean? They forget all this shit. You're the hero. You beat Mike Tyson, you know? They forget all that. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? He had a chance, but he got that ego now, calling like Earl Spence is like America's darling right now, right? And
Mm-hmm.
and you gotta know how to navigate that. It's nothing. The people said it, not me. The fans said it. He had 47,000 against Mikey Garcia, sold out everywhere he's been. The fans tell you who the marquee fighter is. You know, it was
Mm-hmm.
Keith Thurman, and then they realized he was on some bullshit BS and he was lying, and you know what I mean. So now it's in Earl Spence's hands. And
Mm-hmm.
after that fight, all he had to say, man, I believe I won. Earl, you put up a hell of a performance. God damn, Earl, you hit me with some good shit, man. I couldn't believe you knocked me down, man. I wanted it. I still thought I had enough to win the fight, but then he reverts back to I'm better than you. My ego is better. Like, why? Be
Mm-hmm.
humble, Earl. Be humble, Evander Holyfield. It worked. Evander Holyfield. Honestly, if Evander Holyfield came back right now, he would get more fans in Vegas than Sean Porter will get in Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? So that's like he had it. Like and honestly, Sean could have been the horse whisperer. Accept who you are because you had a chance. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? Like you fought all the top welterweights. You know who everybody is. Man, you could have made money commentating. You could have made money giving insight. But now people looking at you sideways because you allow Larry Merchant to say, there's no more black heavyweight, whatever he said. You know
Yeah,
what I
he
mean? You
said
got to
Deontay
stand for
Wilder
something.
was the last great black hope.
You know what I mean? It's like Timothy Bradley. No one, man, I listen to Timothy Bradley talk and I'm sitting there like, yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. You were pulled over.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I know. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
And you know
I
what?
halfway didn't want to.
With Timothy Bradley, man, I'm looking at it right, and I'm saying he changed from when that day he beat Pacquiao, and the fan
Mhm.
boxing world just didn't accept it, and he wasn't accepted. I mean, he said he got into depression and all of that, right? And then after that, it was like he yearned for everybody's acceptance so much that he changed completely 360 who he was just to be accepted. And so now he never wants to not feel accepted. So he's always going to side on the side where, you know, the so-called quote unquote mass majority is. You know what I'm saying? Salute to Trey Boxing in the super chat. He said Sean Porter don't respect Errol Spence's black fan base. It's sad, but it's true. He wants white approval. His clothes scream it.
Oh man,
He said,
that's his swag.
yeah,
I can't comment on it because that's what he likes. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So I'm not
that's
gonna, make it. Yeah, but that was a funny comment though.
yeah. But now let me ask you,
Mhm. Yeah.
Kyrie Irving. He said,
Hmm.
"This enough is enough. Let's start our own league. Let's go about it in our own way. We don't need them no more. We don't need their platform." But Kyrie Irving is getting so much flack for saying that, and it's so disappointing in 2020. That's why I put that video up yesterday with Malcolm X and Martin Luther King.
Martin Luther King, I saw
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
and they debated, and that was in the 60s. And did both of their now I'm siding with Malcolm, right? But both of their conversation seemed like they was talking today.
Hmm.
Seemed like they was talking today. That was 60 years ago, King. 60 years ago. And it
Yeah.
seemed like their conversation was present. And so when Kyrie Irving says, "Hey man, enough is enough," he's pretty much saying what we saying. We got the fish in the net. We don't need their platform. Let's start our own. And yet you get so many people come out against him. It's just like I can't even. And I got people in the chat like, man, it's a bad idea to start our own league. What do you talk about? They are the product. What do you mean? Kyrie Irving is the product. If he take himself away, there is no NBA. But what you think about it, King? Just cook on that.
So people are mad at Kyrie Irving in your chat or in your comment section, but love my channel. So people are in the chat and comment section mad at Kyrie, but they love. So what? And love your channel. So what they want us to do? Go to Fox Sports or ESPN so we could be muzzled? Like I don't get it. Even I don't care if they fail or succeed. I mean, I obviously care. I want them to win. I will greatly support that. You know, get out of people's way if you disagree. I think Kyrie Irving is attempting to do something so big, and to even stand up to these 30 white owners and say, man, and he got a guaranteed max contract. Come on, man. Like, you got to stand up and give this man a round of applause, man. He's doing stuff you won't do at your job. How about you go ask for a raise? If you mad at Kyrie Irving, why are you waiting a year to get a raise?
Right.
If you mad at Kyrie Irving, why is your shelves empty at your store?
Right.
You understand? Like people got to start looking at themselves, man, because Kyrie Irving is doing something in the basketball world what Malcolm did in the civilian world. People hated Malcolm. Oh, but now who's the most tweeted? Tupac and Malcolm X. All black people doing is treating Tupac, tweeting, reposting, sharing Malcolm X and Tupac, because you know why? They feel inspired by them. They're trying to get their spirit within them to give them some level of confidence. You understand? And just like 100 years, you know how important our YouTube channels is going to be in terms of recording the climate and the texture of what boxing and what the world felt like, was like, tastes like. Man, it's so important. You know, and it's just very, very important that you either support Kyrie or get out the way. That's it.
Right.
No more, no less. And if you're and that's why we need these black fighters to speak up, because there would be less hate for Kyrie Irving if more people in the NBA spoke up, if more people in boxing spoke up. You know, I wish I had the money to support Kyrie Irving. You know, I wish I had that type of capital. You know what I mean? To say, I'll help you. You know, I just don't have it. You know, but I think there's more than enough talent, and there's more than enough equity in boxing. I mean, in basketball, in the NBA to support them. You know what I mean? And fans will pay to go see it. You know, like they're the talent. I'm all for cutting the middleman out, Blue.
Right.
You know, so
and that's what it's like. It's mind-boggling to me when I see it gets so frustrating, because I'm like, man, it's us. Nobody else is going against it but us. To have your own.
Yeah.
That's like, imagine this argument. Hey man, don't buy your own house. It's better than rent. What are we talking about here?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey man, it's not a good idea to buy a house, man. You should just rent it. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
It's so frustrating. Go ahead, Kay.
No, I was gonna say Kendrick Perkins and Timothy Bradley are the same person. You know, how can Kendrick Perkins say that when he did something, when he went against the grain? He came out of high school. Why didn't you just go to college?
Right.
Why? You know, do what everyone else does. You know, like and man, these dudes are really cowards when it comes to looking a white man in the eye and say, nah, I don't think I want that. Nah, I'm cool. But when you look at a black man, they want to fight me. Like, I guarantee you, Terrence Crawford, Sean Porter, Dominic Brazil, Eddie Hearn, they want to fight me for saying this. They want to fight me. But the moment Bob Arum say, you know what? I can't afford to pay you your $3 million guarantee. Oh, Sean Porter, go see if you can get a deal with Bob Arum. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, massa. You know what I mean? So they don't even see the writing on the wall as it pertains to themselves. All they say is like, oh, this little black dude think he's this, think he's all. I'm not. I'm just telling you the truth. I said this was gonna happen years ago, 2 years ago with Terrence. We're going into 3 years with Terrence Crawford. I said they're gonna throw you away. Sean Porter, I said the same thing. The more you listen to your father, the less successful you're gonna be. You know, Dominic Brazil, you know what I mean? The more you disrespected Deontay Wilder, the less active you're gonna be because no one's going to support that. No one's going to support you. Eddie Hearn, if you don't capitalize on the black fighters' respect and capitalize off and I use the term capitalize in terms of monetize and in terms of respect. If you don't respect the black fans and the black fighters, you are going to fail. And guess what? They failed. So or failing, you know. So and when boxing come back, I can't see no $1 million check. You know what I mean? I can't. You know, Terrence Crawford's undercard was stacked. Only person that didn't fight on that card was Lomachenko. That undercard was stacked, man. Bob Arum pulled out every trick he could muster to get a sellout in New York. You understand? And fans didn't really gravitate towards it. You know, he got knocked down. Well, he ended up stopping the guy, but it wasn't like Teofimo took the shine. Teofimo knocked that guy out in the second round. You know what I mean? He looked spectacular. I don't mess with him either. You know, so but yeah, Blue.
Man, it amazes me. Like even in the sport of boxing, it's a sport where you could be independent. You could have your own.
Yeah.
Floyd, everybody wants Floyd Mayweather blueprint, right? But he laid it out. But it's harder work than they think. Because see, they got to dedicate themselves to the sport and be successful. Because as long as you're your own entity, then you got to be successful. Because people only going to support you that's going to be successful. So Floyd Mayweather put that pressure on himself. I'm going to be successful and do it independently. But he dedicated his to the sport. And so that's the difference, right? It's like they don't want it. They want that Floyd Mayweather success, right? They want that Muhammad Ali voice. See, it's like they want the best of both worlds, right? They want Muhammad Ali voice without doing taking the necessary steps it took to become Muhammad Ali. They want Floyd Mayweather success, monetarily rise, right? But they don't want to be Pretty Boy Floyd. They want to be Money Mayweather, and they want to be how Muhammad Ali is perceived today. They forget Muhammad Ali wasn't perceived the way he is today when he was actually in prime and going through the storm. And Floyd Mayweather went through the Pretty Boy stage before he did these 2.5 and 4 million pay-per-view buys. He didn't smoke, he didn't drink, he dedicated himself to the sport. Muhammad Ali was criticized every single day for his stance. Right? So they want to put the best of both worlds together, but they don't want to go through what they went through to get to those points. It's amazing to me. What you think about that, King?
Nah, it's so true. Like, see, here's another thing about Floyd that people are forgetting. You gotta have it on both sides. You gotta have people that don't like you and people that do like you. Everyone wants to be liked. Everyone's afraid to stand on their square, as you said. Everyone's afraid to be boisterous. Everyone's afraid to be loud. Floyd was like, listen, this is who I am. Y'all gonna like me or not. You know what I mean? If I burn 100, y'all gonna pay $1 million. You know what I mean? And he lived by it. You know what I mean? I'll let Manny Pacquiao sue me for $250,000 to get $250 million. Come on, man. Who wouldn't trade that in? You know what I mean? The blueprint is there. The blueprint is there. The Deontay Wilder blueprint is there. The Errol Spence blueprint is there. You understand? Now, if you sell out, you got to sell out all the way like Floyd, or you got to be 100% in on your people. That's the only way. That's, for the most part, how you're going to be successful in this climate right now. You know, either sell out or be Deontay Wilder or Earl Spence. And guess what? You don't have to be loud like Deontay Wilder. You don't have to be as calm as Earl Spence, but you got to be loyal.
Right.
You got to be consistent.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'll take it back to since we're talking about the welterweights. Remember when Kenny Porter said about Floyd don't fight no black athletes?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Man, he had the he had my attention when I was like, yeah, talk that smack. Talk that smack. When Keith Thurman was talking all that smack about burn money Floyd or whatever that, man, Sean Porter and Keith Thurman was the loudest and the most confident and probably some of the more favorite welterweights in America. And it showed by the respect that they got when they fought at the Barclays Center. Everyone stood up and gave them a standing ovation. Everyone stood up. And that was like 3 or 4 years ago to this date or something like that, or next week, something like that, right? And that they were hot. And then they started digressing. Keith Thurman started talking. Yeah, where's Keith Thurman at too? How come Keith Thurman ain't talking about this shit? You know what I mean? It's just beyond me, dog. Man, don't support these fighters. Listen to me. Don't support Keith Thurman. Don't support Eddie Hearn. Don't support Terrence Crawford. What's his name? Sean Porter and all these other Brazil. If they not speaking up for you when we need them. You know what I mean? We need them. We need them to talk right now. And that's just what I believe. Like you can't love Muhammad Ali and say, oh, fighters are just fighters. No, Muhammad Ali the greatest of all time. You know, it makes no sense. Like people call themselves stupid nowadays. You know what I mean? Just by opening up their mouth. Oh man, you can't. I already said Ronald Reagan was president, y'all. Jesse the Body Ventura was governor, y'all. You know what I mean? Like, what are you talking about? You know what I mean? It makes no sense. So at the end of the day, everyone. Go ahead.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. Thank you. Arnold Schwarzenegger, my state. You know what I mean? People are always something before they become publicly like Malcolm X. Everyone in your chat loves Malcolm X right now. Everybody gonna say Malcolm X is that dude. Malcolm X is his name was Red.
He was Red. His
name was Detroit Red, yo. You know what I mean? He was, man, come on, man. Like, he did 7 years, dog. He did 7 years in jail for an admitted crime. You know what I mean? So come on, man. Cut it out. Cut it out. We can't say that no more. Or how about me? I was arrested at 19. I did 2 days in jail. Come on. Like, I mean, throw me to the wolves. Throw me to the river. You know what I mean? I stole every college book you can count on. I used to go in dorm rooms and take whatever I can get. Throw me away. Right. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Come on, man. Come on, man. We all have priors till we get to our awakening moment. And you're not an adult at 18 or 21, or it comes from different times and different people, man. You know?
Yep. And it's like you said, man. Man, it's like you said, everybody loved Muhammad Ali. This is moment.
Muhammad Ali moment.
Yeah, Layla Ali just said this. She said the only person right now is ceasing the moment that my father had. His legacy is Colin Kaepernick and LeBron James. She was like, but the is so many different athletes have the opportunity today because of what's awarded to us. Social media, so many different platforms to voice for your voice to be heard, right? So it could be 100 Muhammad Ali's right now.
Imagine.
It could be. Imagine if they all band together today's time. Remember that picture we had when we had Jim Brown, Abdul-Jabbar, and all of them in one room. And they didn't have the platform, and they didn't have the access that we have today to touch every single household. Back then, you couldn't touch every single. It was word of mouth, and the newspaper was like this. No, you know what I'm saying? Now we could just click on. You could just inbox me, yo, Blue. Let's do. All right, yeah, let's do this. Right? Hey, we can send a link. Hey, man. hey, you want this link? Here, come on here, man. We sending this link. Right? And it's right now we got 400, almost 400 people watching.
How many people in here we got, Blue?
We got 372 people.
Oh, people. So all 372 people, go to Eddie Hearn's page and tell him, why aren't you speaking up for Black Lives Matter? Go to Terrence Crawford, Keith Thurman, Sean Porter, Dominic Brazil, whoever else you could think of. Why are you not speaking up for Black Lives Matter right now? Why are you not speaking up for systemic racism? And whoever else you can add to that list, add to the list, man. You know what I mean? Like, enough is enough. Stop giving these people your dollars. These are the same people that's going to go, and I'm not knocking it because I was very much, until this happened, I was very much a material person. So it takes time. You know what I mean? I had a Bentley, I have Gucci, I got Louis, I got everything you could think of. I got a big ass house. I got all that shit, right? And so your awakening happens at different times, right? But what people are going to consistently do, if they don't speak up now, guess what they're going to do with the hard-earned money that you work so hard to recycle 5 and 6 times in your community, right? They're going to not recycle it in their community. They're going to go buy the nice car. And there's nothing wrong with that. You should be able to do that. In addition to doing that, you know what I mean? You should be conscientious enough, right? Conscientious enough. So you know what? I need to go support that Black brother. I need to go support that guy who's doing it on his own. Because when I see a store struggling, I see it as an opportunity. I don't see it as like, oh man, this broke ass son of a gun. I see it like, man, how can I, man, let me give this $15 to this company, man, let me do it like this. You know what I mean? That's the way I see it. You know what I mean? When I see a selling tacos, I swear, I just drop off and say, man, the next 2 people that come to your taco stand, man, give it to them free. If I'm at a red light or something and I pull in real quick, it's not that but I just want to be an asset on some level. You know what I mean? And y'all got to start holding people accountable with your dollars. What are you doing with this money that I give you? Don't buy listen, you affect their bottom line, it's gonna make sense. So it's like Tank versus what's his name? Tank versus Leo. I'm telling everybody not to buy that. Yeah, I'm telling everybody don't buy the fight. Don't buy it. Please don't buy that fight. Because guess what? Paulie still works for them. Paulie hasn't apologized. You know what I mean? And if he doesn't do either of the two, I'm gonna find a way to watch the fight. I'm not paying for it. You know, and I'm telling everybody I know, I'm subscribed to Showtime. You know, I mean, it's just how I feel about it, and I'm gonna stand on that. You're not gonna take advantage of what I vehemently, wholeheartedly believe in. You know what I mean? And that's just what I believe in, Blue.
No, you're right, man. We gotta hold them accountable. Hold them accountable. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, they try to tell you and they tell us that your dollar is not important, but your dollar is just as much, if not more, than everybody else's dollar. They tell us, right? They tell you that the black fighters don't sell. But we saw Errol Spence and Sean Porter, who we say Sean Porter is not a big draw. But we see Sean Porter and Errol Spence do bigger numbers than, or just as much numbers as Errol Spence and Mikey Garcia.
Facts.
So imagine if Sean Porter's not a draw and he rivals with Mikey Garcia's fan base and the Mexican fan base, and in Texas there's a huge Mexican fan base, right? And Sean Porter rivals that in LA, which is a huge Mexican fan base. But you're talking about 2 black fighters able to bring in that much revenue, then that tells you something. That tells you that they wasn't telling you the truth about your dollar. Because if Sean Porter, like Errol said, Sean Porter can't sell out a family barbecue, right? So, and everybody was in agreement with that, right? Sean Porter can't sell, but yet Errol Spence still sells. Well, for one, Paulie Malignaggi, you're wrong. Because then if you're saying that the Eastern European boxer dominates the sport of boxing, well, Errol Spence dominates the sport of boxing. Deontay Wilder's dominating the sport of boxing. Anthony Joshua is dominating the sport of boxing, right? So you're wrong, right? And then you look at the flip side, who we had, Floyd Mayweather, then Andre Ward, then now Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence, we still dominating the sport. So they're trying to devalue our dollar and tell you that your dollar is not as powerful as it is. And they're wrong. It's false. So when Paulie Malignaggi, he has a responsibility to tell the truth. And no, he's trying to switch the narrative. He's trying to push a certain agenda, right? Eastern European boxers dominating the sport of boxing. That is false. Then Paulie Malignaggi is trying to tell you your eyes are not seeing what's taking place. And Paulie Malignaggi is from Bensonhurst. We know the movie, if y'all don't know, Jungle Fever, that movie Jungle Fever is based off of where Paulie Malignaggi is from. Just watch the movie and tell you everything you need to know. So if you don't think that Paulie Malignaggi is in tune with what's taking place today's time, I don't know what to tell you. Take the blinders off. So for Paulie Malignaggi to sit up there, and this is not the first, he had the issues with Adrian Broner. He had the issues with Deontay Wilder. Now look what he's saying today's time. He's telling you. So we have to hold them accountable. Hey, listen, man. We need all of the black boxers to say, listen, man, if this dude is commentating the fight, I can't fight here. I can't fight here.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm gonna ask him. I'm gonna ask Tank that. You know what I mean? He don't respect you. You know what I mean? He thinks you're a piece of crap. You know what I mean?
Right.
And hopefully that fight will be in LA. You know what I mean? Because hopefully that fight will be in LA. I hope it's in LA.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And we gotta start hurting them in the pocket. We gotta start hurting. See, we gotta learn how to fight smarter, man. It's too much ignorance going on. Like for example, if we hit them and they stop yelling and arguing with these guys who don't agree with you, you know what I mean? Hit them in their pocket, sue them. You know what I mean? Like, don't go fight, man. Don't go fighting these guys, man. Hit them where it hurts, man. In the wallet, viewership, all that, man, and start promoting the people who are supporting you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like he's turned that boycott into a proactive verb. You know what I mean? Let's start supporting instead of boycotting and send that negative energy throughout our body. Now we'll just go over there and support the next fight. You know, that's on Fox. You know, let's go fight. Let's go support J-Rock or Jared Hurd or somebody else like that. You know, so it's
and that's another thing, right? I just thought about this. Remember when Paulie Malignaggi lost to Sean Porter? Remember
he didn't just lose.
He got dominated. Remember? He dog walked.
Yeah,
remember? But remember the first thing. Remember the first thing Paulie Malignaggi said? Hey, he's on steroids.
Oh, he's on steroids. Yeah, he's on steroids. Right. No, that's called the black athlete. That's called the black athlete.
But today's time, and Sean Porter's never been. There's never been no speculation. There's no proof of this, right? But Tyson Fury today's time, we know the track record and the history he has. But yet Paulie Malignaggi said Deontay Wilder's being a sore loser. Well, Paulie, what was you being? Every time you put a kid, when he lost to Sean, hey man, this dude, he wasn't natural. Tyson Fury, when Deontay Wilder says Tyson Fury is not natural, Paulie Malignaggi says Deontay Wilder's being a sore loser. So this is why we telling you that we got to hold them accountable. We must hold them accountable because there was no outpour. There wasn't no people coming to Sean Porter's defense and saying, "Oh well, guess what? Sean Porter just dominated you. Paulie, you just being a sore loser." Nobody said that.
Yeah.
They let him run with this narrative.
Yeah.
So we got to hold. You're right. You're right. There's no way. We got to ask Tank. And matter of fact, I'm going to reach out and see if I can get Tank's trainer on tomorrow. Because
I'm definitely gonna ask him. I'm definitely gonna he got to hold him to the fire. Listen, I don't need any more friends. Like, listen, I don't listen. This pandemic and this uprising taught me a whole lot about the world that I was in, the world that I was living in. I don't need no new friends. You know what I mean? I'm comfortable with 3 or 4 friends. I'm comfortable with people who want to fight me and do that. I'm just gonna sue their ass. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna hit them with a pie. I'm tired of. Like I said on my channel, I'm tired of being the toughest N-word. Every time I show up to the fight, I'm tired of the only person standing on their square saying what they mean and meaning what they say. I'm just tired of it. I'm tired. You know what I mean? I'm tired of it, man. I'm just gonna say what I say, lay it. You like it or you don't. I don't care. You know what I mean?
Yo,
So
before I let you go, King, I
and the
gotta.
WBC. Yeah, what's up?
But before I let you go, I gotta
No,
get you. Hold on. We got Sweet Science examining in the super chat. He said, "Watching you two Kings build is like watching must see TV." Hashtag Blue Blood Sports.
oh, that's
Hashtag Barbershop Conversation. Hashtag Black Excellence on
make
display.
my channel your channel.
Yes, sir. So, but I gotta ask you this.
This one, your channel, my channel, your channel. We gotta do this shit.
Yeah, make it happen. We can make it happen. Yeah, King.
Yeah, once a
Did you hear what Muhammad Ali's son said?
I haven't watched it yet, dog. I haven't watched it yet. Someone sent it to me. I was afraid to watch it, dog. I was afraid to watch it. I was
Man,
afraid. I was afraid. I haven't watched it yet, dog. I haven't watched it.
King.
It's in my DM. Let's go.
So I know you're gonna go on tonight. I want to see you cook on it tonight.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So before y'all motherfuckers, I'm building on what we talked about today, tonight, on my show. I'm building on it. So y'all motherfuckers go to my live 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. I'm about to go off. See, Blue don't curse on his live. I'm about to go off. I'm going off. I held back a little bit. I'm going off. And I'm about to title it so I can make sure Keith Thurman watches. Who else I say? Crawford watches. Porter watches. Somebody in 18 watches because Brazil, Eddie Hearn, all of them got to watch. We gonna make sure we get them tonight. You know what I mean?
Yep. Make sure, King, watch what I did it. You know, I don't do on the weekends. But man, when I saw Muhammad Ali's sunset last night, I had to. I was like, I can't
watch it yet.
I can't. I don't understand this, man. He went all the way in, like it's almost like, dude, what am I looking at right now?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what am I listening to, man? It's like, hey, King, if what we going through today, what we seeing these actions, we seeing these events take place in front of our face, live.
Yep. Yeah.
Live. This officer, he was on George Floyd, looking in the camera. I want y'all to understand. He didn't budge. He looked at us, looking at him. And yet, can you imagine with Malcolm and Martin and Marcus Garvey, and can you imagine what they went through in their time? If today's time we still don't get it, 60 years later, they was in the mix of it. I don't understand, man. I don't understand.
Me either. And I was thinking that last week. I was so exhausted. I was so mentally just exhausted. I was just consuming too much information with not enough time in my day. Gotta go home, be daddy. Gotta leave the house and be an entrepreneur. I gotta go to all these protests. I was just overwhelmed last week, and I said to myself, how did Malcolm do it? How did he do it? I'm only 3 weeks in, and I'm like, I'm exhausted.
Right.
You know, like man. You know,
we out here in New York, some kids, and I told people, man, kids. I was on Facebook. I must have lost right now on Facebook. I'm at least people I lost. At least 30. Because I just can't. I can't even stomach it. I'm talking family members, friends, everybody. I just can't. I can't stomach it. It's like these kids here, King, these kids out here put a protest. Kids. The oldest one was 17. They put one together. 17. They had about 2,000 people there. Kids put this together.
Kids. How come fighters aren't bringing their base together? Yeah, Terrence Crawford, you in Omaha, bring your fans together.
Right.
Have a rally.
If kids could do this,
come on.
If kids could bring 2,000 people, kids, do you know what Terrence Crawford could bring? Do you? Oh man.
See, here's the catch too. Sean Porter spoke out for the Vegas shooting, but not speaking out for police shooting. I'm confused. Like, I'm lost. Help
Wow,
me
I didn't even
understand
know that.
this. Yeah, he had it on his shorts for a fight. He had Las Vegas Strong. Like, help me understand this. Like, I'm confused. Anyways, man, I mean, you can go ahead and enjoy the rest. Tonight, we going in on this tonight, man. I thank you, Blue, for allowing me to come on. Next month, you got to come on my channel. We got to
Yes,
build, or
sir.
in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you come on my channel. We go live in the middle of the day or at nighttime if you can be up. And yeah, man, I appreciate you. Go to my Patreon, Barbershop Conversations on Patreon tonight. Barbershop Conversations, we going, man.
Yes, sir.
I'm about to get a whole new set of enemies tonight. I'm about to get a whole new batch of enemies, a whole new set. Keith Thurman, speak up. Yeah, I'm about to get.
Sir, King.
So
Sir.
yeah, I appreciate you, dog.
Yes, sir. Salute, King.
I appreciate. How many people we got in here right now, Blue?
We still got almost 400 people, 388 people.
See, we had 260 something when I came in. All right, so we got to keep on doing this. People are engaged.
Yep.
I appreciate everybody coming in, and don't forget, who else is going live after this? Who else is live?
BFTB, come on in.
BFTB is going live, and then 78 is going live, and then Champside, and then Reggie Owens is going live, and then I'm coming on. So you guys got a lot of options, and keep on supporting us. All right.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate y'all.
Hey, hold on, King. They want to know where to get that shirt. They're looking at that shirt.
I don't know. I forgot where I bought it. I literally forgot where I bought it, man. I had this shirt for at least 2 years. I had it for at least 2 years. I got it after Floyd. After Floyd got it, I went off and had this shit done. You know what I mean? First of all, I said I'm black. Yeah. This shirt was inspired by Floyd Mayweather. So I had this shirt for years. Yeah.
Yes, sir. All right, King.
All right, love you, man. Appreciate you, dog. Appreciate everybody in the chat. See y'all tonight. Yeah.
All right, King. Peace. Yeah, man. Salute to each and every one of y'all. My brother BFTB Boxing will be coming on right now, man. So y'all know what it is, man. What's the like count, man? How many likes we got right now? How many likes we got right now? We still got 348 people in the building. How many likes we got? Tell me how many likes we got. How many likes we got? New Life 50, Louisiana. We did that 10 times over already, King. You late to the party. We did that 10 times over, King. Anthony Maynard, salute. Smash that like button, man. Get that likes to 400, man. We should have 400 likes, man. Smash the like button. Get them likes to 400. Share this video. Like and share this video, man. Like I said, we got to hold all these athletes accountable, not just in the sport of boxing, but in basketball, in football, in baseball, in whatever sport you think you can name. We got to hold all of these athletes accountable because like it or not, at the end of the day, they always use the struggle as a springboard to where they are today, right? They always tell you it was the struggle they went through that got me here today. My mom was a single mom. My dad wasn't there. My dad this. My mom wasn't here. This person wasn't here. I saw this in the streets in my neighborhood. We understand. That's the struggle that we go through. So guess what? We have to have a code, and they have to be on code, and they have to, like it or not, they have to be on code. Right? When you look at, I always look at one lady. She was doing X-rated movies or something like that, and I noticed because I'm a Florida State Seminole fan, and one of the players, she's a big Florida State fan, and she was a adult star, and she's Indian, I believe, right? And they didn't approve of that. And she was saying how she couldn't go back to her family and her country because they didn't approve of her lifestyle. And that's a code because her people, her culture overall in its totality, in its entirety, don't approve of that. You understand what I'm saying? So for that, she was speaking on that, how she got she was no longer accepted because of that. In a whole. You understand what I'm saying? And so if that's the case, then we have to have those same types of barriers as well. Because why? We are at a disadvantage. Everybody gets a head start over us. Everybody. Everybody. And for that, we absolutely must have a certain code that we all follow. That's the only way we catch up. It's a relay race. It's a relay race. And if somebody's not in the same lane with us as we run in the relay race and we miss the baton, guess what? We dropped the baton. They got a head start on us. So in order for us to catch up, we can't make no mistakes. We can't branch off. You understand what I'm saying? We can't have that. And so when we do have that, guess what? We must highlight them. Salute to my brother Ray the Time in the super chat. Salute Blue in chat. Salute. We must highlight that. You understand what I'm saying? We must highlight that. You follow what I'm saying? We must highlight that. We must say, hey, listen, if you're going to go against the grain, because we have a goal, and everybody has to be on par. Double real rap, salute. You understand what I'm saying? That's what has to happen for us to get ahead. Because we get one we get one LeBron James, we get one Floyd Mayweather, right? And we happy. No. You know how many people have the talent of Floyd Mayweather, the talent of LeBron James? If we support everybody, guess what? There's going to be a lot more LeBron James and Floyd Mayweathers and business owners and everywhere in any walk in life. So when we go to when you go to the doctor, how many doctors look like you? Let that sink in. How many 7-Elevens you go to, they look like you? You think that's a coincidence? We laugh and we say this like, when you go to the nail salon, everybody at the nail salon is Asian. Well, that's because they have a code. That's because they have a code. Craig J, salute. And it's bigger than one individual. It's bigger than one. The problem that we have, everybody want to be individual. Everybody want to be their own entity. Just like the brother came on yesterday. Well, man, I got 2 businesses of my own. Well, no, that doesn't work, good brother. It's about generational culture, spreading it amongst everybody. Cole Younger, salute. Nitty G, salute. You understand what I'm telling you? Y'all understand? Y'all follow what I'm telling you? Macadocious Mac of the South. Falcon L55. Time to ante up. Salute. You understand what I'm trying to tell y'all? It works. So guess what? Okay. Somebody goes against the grain, they have to be outed. Simple. Okay, no problem. Oh, that's what you want to do? Go right ahead. And then you don't. So see, what Anthony Joshua said was spot on. But see, it's being watered down when you get people outside of the culture that say, "Oh, Anthony Joshua shouldn't be talking like that." Who are you to say that? Because guess what? When Anthony Joshua and Andy Ruiz Jr., I'm gonna say this last thing, and I'm getting up off it. But remember when Anthony Joshua and Andy Ruiz were fighting in Saudi Arabia? Everybody was talking about the culture and the rules and the laws in Saudi Arabia that you have to follow. You have to abide by, right? Because for every action, there's a reaction. There's consequences if you don't abide by the laws and the lifestyle and the culture that they have in Saudi Arabia, right? Nobody's going to break that. There was no complaints. There was some complaints, right? But at the end of the day, what did you do? You got on board with how they do stuff, or you didn't go. Right? You understand what I'm telling y'all? So how dare somebody that's not a part of the culture say this is how we should be doing stuff? How dare they say, hey, how dare he say the dollar should only circle amongst each other? Well, when you go to Saudi Arabia, you have to abide by their culture, their rules, their laws, and their lifestyle, right? Point blank and period. Or don't get involved. So that's where we have to get. You don't have to agree with how we do stuff. Don't get involved. And see, somebody inside the culture has to, this is how we do stuff. And so this is why we must hold our athletes, our entertainers accountable. Because our culture spills over to everybody else's culture, but nobody wants to give us credit for our culture. Nobody wants to go through the hardships that it takes in our culture, but everybody wants to endure and enjoy the fruits of our culture. You understand what I'm telling y'all? Hip hop music is everywhere. Hip hop music is everywhere. Everybody in enjoying the fruits of the labor. The way we wear our hats, fitted hats. I'm from New York. We wear Yankee hats, right? Not just because you're a Yankee fan, but that's just our culture to represent New York. Everywhere I go, everywhere I've been, I see people wearing Yankee hats. They're not from New York, right? I'm just giving you an example. You see how that works? We wear Timbs in New York, Yankee hats. That's part of the culture. Every person that was born in New York, raised in New York, owned a pair of Timbs and owned a Yankee fitted hat. Not a snapback, a fitted hat. RGJ3 boxing, salute. Blue is still on the grind. Don't hurt him. Salute. If you grew up and born in New York, this is your lifestyle. So I'm giving you as an example. I go to places that's hot. You go to California, they wear Yankee hats, they wear Timbs. You go to Florida, they wear Yankee hats, they wear Timbs. You go to Texas, I see people with Yankee hats and Timbs. You go to everywhere, they wear Yankee hats and Timbs. right? It's just like in the South, they started with candy paint coated old school cars. Texas, Florida, Atlanta, Georgia, right? They got that candy coated paint. That's not a New York thing. That's a Texas thing. That's a Florida thing. That's a Georgia thing. But guess what? We picked up on that culture here in New York. The weather don't permit it, but we try it. When it starts getting snowing, it'll eat that paint up. But guess what? You try it here. Gregory X, my brother, culture is a self-replicated gene. As a gene, we must be cognizant of. Oh man, why can't I go up and go down? Of thinly veiled anti-black screeds and culture vulturism. Exactly, King. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. But guess what? We are so other cultures pick up on our culture, because even if you go to Texas, who started that candy coated slab paints, 30-inch rims on low pros, and that's not a New York thing, because our streets don't permit having 30-inch rims with low pro tires. You drive that in New York, and you're going to be in the car shop quite often. Now, there's people here, you'll see it every now and then. People attempt it. They'll attempt it, but guess what? We are able, that's our culture. We are able to, we can be flashy, and flamboyant. We can mix with one another, right? Yeah, box conversation, Reggie Owen. But again, even if you see it represents something, but those Yankee hats were made famous by us. But again, another culture took it and adapted it to their culture. But guess what? It's still us. Why? Because we have and this is no disrespect to nobody else, but we have the ability to adapt to one another's culture and turn it into something else. So, like you said, Reggie Owens, they took the Yankee fitted, because I know what it symbolizes over in LA, right? But they took it. This is what they rock in New York. Okay, they took it and adapted it to their culture. But then we have other people that come from outside of the culture, indulging in the culture, but then telling us how we should live our lifestyles. That's the difference. You understand what I'm telling you? So we need to make adjustments, man. But I just wanted to say that, man. Then I'm getting off here, man. Salute to each and every one of y'all. Appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all for coming through. Salute to my brother Fred, Barbershop Conversations. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all, man. Salute to each and every one of y'all, man. Yeah, it's just like Greenmount Avenue. He said, I rock Timbs and Fitteds and B-More. Yeah, and Greenmount Avenue. See, y'all got that go-go music down in B-More. Yeah, Bunny BA, exactly. But you know what, Bunny BA? Because naturally, it's a part of who we are. You understand what I'm saying? We could take it and spin it because we can identify with one another. This is no disrespect to nobody else. You understand? It's unspoken rules. Yeah, reset mindset. I know reset mindset in LA, but that's what I'm saying. But they was able to take it over there and say, we're going to turn it into this. But it was already a part, it's embedded in our culture. It's a, how could I say it? What's the word I'm looking for? On two different coasts, we could take something, New York and LA, we could take something, we identify with it. You understand what I'm saying? And we could turn it into our own culture. So now in LA, they wear Yankee fitteds for a different reason. But we wear it in New York because it's our lifestyle, right? So it's just different, but yet we still could identify with one another, right? It's just natural. Now, what you use it for and what I use it for is two different things. But you can see it on TV and be like, I like that because it's naturally fits with it's spiritually identity, right? It's spiritual identity. So it fits, but so then you take it and now you adapt it to your element. You understand what I'm saying? If that makes sense. So now you take it. So it's like we see stuff. Like I said, we see stuff from Texas. The cars, the music, the systems, right? From Florida, Georgia, the Carolinas, the DMV area, right? We take it and adapt it. You understand? Like the DMV was wearing Nike boots. We always rock Timbs in New York. Then we started adapting wearing Nike boots, and we took what they did, but we just adapted it to our element of lifestyle. You see what I'm saying? So it's like the Chucks, the All-Stars, the Chuck Taylors. In New York, that was a basketball thing. They took it in LA and it turned into something else. But yet we can identify with those sneakers, the common denominator. You know what I'm saying? Now, what you use yours for and what I use mine for might be two different things because we're in two different climates, two different elements, right? But at the end of the day, we can identify one another. So you see what I'm getting at? You see what I'm getting at? So we need to have these rules within to say, listen, we don't mind people indulging in that, right? It's just like people started wearing the Arabian the scarves and the ties and as a fashion statement, right? But that's part of their culture. You understand what I'm saying? We started using it to say, oh, you're getting money. It was a symbol of money and this, and this. So we adapted something out of their culture and brought it into our culture. But we got to respect what they got it, what they use it for, and give credence to where it's due. Give credit to where it's due. Came from them. You understand what I'm saying? If that makes sense, just using this as an example. But I'm about to get up off here, man. Salute to each and every one of y'all. I appreciate y'all 1000%. If I missed some super chats, Big Green 72 said making our own culture. No, we ain't got to make our own culture. We already got it. The world adapts our culture. What we need to do is put a border around our culture and make everybody give us credit for using it. You see what I'm saying? The entire world uses our culture. I see people in Asia and other countries wearing Timbs. You understand what I'm saying? No, that's our culture. But what we need to do is put a border around it so that way, yeah, when you adopt it, no problem. Just give credit for where credit is due. And if you're going to adopt our culture, adopt our struggle as well. That's what I'm saying. And if you're not willing to adopt the struggle or speak up for it, stand up for it, when you adopt the culture, then don't adopt the culture. And then we need to make it known, listen, you can't adopt the culture if you don't adopt the struggle. It's plain and simple. Plain and simple. You understand what I'm trying to tell y'all? It's plain and simple. It's just like that. We got to have it. If we gonna have it, if you're gonna adopt it this way, you can't have one without the other. No, it's a package deal. It's a package deal. It's a package deal. RGJ3 Boxing, salute in the super chat. This is what FUBU was all about. Salute. Yeah, exactly. But you know what? That and again, that needs to stay in-house. It needs to stay in-house. And what I mean by that is, okay, if it ran its course in-house, then it ran its course in-house. But it can't run its course in-house for us to adapt somebody else's culture from outhouse. Meaning that you can't say, I ain't wearing FUBU no more, but you're wearing Balenciaga. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? You can't say, oh, I'm not wearing FUBU no more, or Dapper Dan, or no more, but I'm going to wear Gucci. No. You go to the next thing in-house. You go to the next thing in-house. You understand what I'm saying? Lowland Profits, I'm with you. I'm with you. But listen, let me get up off here, man. Salute to each and every one of y'all. My brother, BFTB Boston, should be on right now. Salute to y'all, man. I appreciate y'all 1,000%, man. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hit, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.